Welcome to Health 2660. Here, we don't just talk about health, we tell the stories that heal. Now, please listen to the story. Eggs, salmon, and yogurt? The foods that changed my life. The year was 2001. Arthur Penhaligon, a man etched with the deep furrows of 82 years, sat on his porch swing, the rhythmic creak a melancholic soundtrack to his waning strength. The Californian sun, once a source of vibrant energy, now felt like a heavy blanket, amplifying the ache in his joints, the tremor in his hands, and the leaden weight in his legs. His reflection in the dusty window was a cruel reminder of the vibrant youth he had so carelessly squandered. Arthur wasn't born into a life of privilege. He'd clawed his way from a dusty Oklahoma farm to a corner office on Wall Street, fueled by ambition and a relentless work ethic. But somewhere along that ascent, health became an inconvenient afterthought, a luxury he couldn't afford in the relentless pursuit of success. He fueled himself on greasy diner breakfasts, lukewarm coffee perpetually brewing in the office, and celebratory steak dinners washed down with copious amounts of bourbon. Vegetables were a garnish, exercise a distant memory. Sleep was a weakness to be overcome. Now, the chickens had come home to roost. His body, once a finely tuned machine, was a symphony of aches and pains. Osteoporosis had weakened his bones, making even a short walk to the mailbox a perilous undertaking. His muscles, starved of proper nutrition and exercise, had atrophied, leaving him feeling frail and vulnerable. His doctor, a young woman barely older than his granddaughter, had been blunt. "Arthur, your lifestyle choices have caught up with you. You're lucky to be alive. We need to make significant changes if you want to enjoy your remaining years." The diagnosis had been a wake-up call, a stark confrontation with his own mortality. But fear, more than anything else, had finally spurred him into action. He remembered his late wife, Eleanor, a vibrant woman who had preached the gospel of healthy living but whose voice had been drowned out by the cacophony of Arthur's ambition. He regretted not listening, not cherishing her wisdom. Now, she was gone, and he was left with the consequences of his choices. He started small. The sugary sodas, once a daily staple, were replaced with water infused with lemon and cucumber. The processed meats, laden with sodium and preservatives, were banished from his refrigerator. He hired a nutritionist, a cheerful woman named Maria, who gently guided him towards a balanced diet, emphasizing whole foods, lean proteins, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. Maria's recommendations seemed radical at first. Eggs? He'd always avoided them, fearing cholesterol. But Maria explained the benefits of their protein and essential nutrients. Salmon? He'd considered it too fancy for his palate. But Maria extolled its omega-3 fatty acids and its role in reducing inflammation. Greek yogurt? He'd always dismissed it as sour and unappetizing. But Maria showed him how to sweeten it naturally with berries and a drizzle of honey, highlighting its probiotic benefits for gut health. Little by little, Arthur began to experiment with new foods, rediscovering the simple pleasures of taste and nourishment. He replaced the greasy diner breakfast with scrambled eggs and spinach, the lukewarm coffee with herbal tea. He swapped the steak dinners for grilled salmon with roasted vegetables, the bourbon for a glass of red wine occasionally. The changes weren't easy. Cravings for sugary drinks and processed foods lingered, a constant temptation. But Arthur found strength in his newfound purpose. He visualized Eleanor's smiling face, remembering her unwavering belief in the power of healthy living. He also found solace in the small victories. The aches in his joints began to subside, the tremor in his hands lessened, and the leaden weight in his legs began to lift. He also started physical therapy. At first, he could barely lift a 5-pound weight. Walking more than a few steps left him breathless and exhausted. But his physical therapist, a patient and encouraging young man named David, pushed him gently, celebrating every small improvement. They started with simple exercises, stretching, balancing, and light weightlifting. David explained the importance of building muscle strength to support his bones and improve his mobility. He showed Arthur how to use resistance bands, how to do chair exercises, and how to walk properly. Slowly, Arthur's strength began to return. He started walking further each day, eventually venturing beyond his porch to the nearby park. He joined a senior fitness class, where he met other people his age who were also striving to improve their health. He found camaraderie and support in their shared struggles and triumphs. One sunny afternoon, as he walked through the park, he noticed a group of children playing frisbee. A wave of nostalgia washed over him, reminding him of his own childhood days spent running and playing in the fields. He felt a surge of energy, a longing to join them. He hesitated for a moment, unsure of his abilities. But then, he remembered Eleanor's words, "It's never too late to start living." He approached the children and asked if he could join their game. They welcomed him with open arms, their youthful exuberance infectious. Arthur laughed, ran, and threw the frisbee, feeling a joy he hadn't experienced in years. He stumbled a few times, his body still weak and unsteady. But he persevered, fueled by a newfound determination. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the park, Arthur felt a profound sense of gratitude. He had made mistakes in his past, but he had also learned from them. He had rediscovered the importance of health and wellness, not just for his physical well-being, but for his mental and emotional well-being as well. He realized that health wasn't just about avoiding illness. It was about living a full and vibrant life, regardless of age. He went home that evening, tired but invigorated. He sat on his porch swing, the rhythmic creak now a joyful melody. He looked at his reflection in the window, no longer seeing a frail and defeated old man, but a resilient and determined survivor. He smiled. He had a long way to go, but he was on the right path. He had rediscovered his zest for life, his appreciation for the simple pleasures, and his love for the world around him. The following weeks turned into months, and Arthur's transformation continued. He started exploring other aspects of healthy living. He meditated, finding peace and clarity in the quiet moments. He reconnected with old friends, rediscovering the joy of companionship and shared experiences. He volunteered at a local animal shelter, finding purpose and fulfillment in helping others. He even started learning to paint, expressing his creativity and emotions through art. He realized that health was not just about diet and exercise, but about nurturing his mind, body, and spirit. One day, Maria suggested he try cooking a meal for himself. Arthur was hesitant at first, having never been much of a cook. But Maria patiently guided him through the process, teaching him how to prepare a simple and nutritious meal, grilled chicken with quinoa and steamed vegetables. He surprised himself with his culinary skills, finding a new source of satisfaction in creating healthy and delicious meals. He started experimenting with different recipes, exploring new flavors and ingredients. He even invited his friends over for dinner, sharing his newfound passion for healthy cooking. The turning point, however, wasn't just the physical changes, it was the mental shift. He actively sought out information about health and wellness, devouring books and articles on nutrition, exercise, and mindfulness. He learned about the importance of sleep, stress management, and social connection. He realized that health was a lifelong journey, not a destination. He took control of his health, becoming an active participant in his own well-being. He scheduled regular checkups with his doctor, asking questions, seeking advice, and advocating for his own needs. He learned to listen to his body, paying attention to its signals, and responding accordingly. He understood that health was a precious gift, and he was determined to protect it. 1 year after his initial diagnosis, Arthur returned to his doctor for a checkup. The results were remarkable. His bone density had improved, his muscle mass had increased, and his blood pressure had normalized. His doctor was amazed by his transformation. "Arthur," she said, "you're a different man. You've added years to your life, and life to your years." Arthur smiled, feeling a surge of pride and gratitude. He had faced his mortality, embraced change, and rediscovered the joy of living. He had transformed his life, one healthy choice at a time. He left the doctor's office feeling lighter, stronger, and more alive than he had in years. He walked to the park, where he saw the same group of children playing frisbee. He joined them, running, laughing, and throwing the frisbee with renewed energy and enthusiasm. He was no longer just an observer of life, he was an active participant. As he played, he looked up at the sky, feeling the warmth of the sun on his face and the gentle breeze in his hair. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath, savoring the moment. He was grateful for his health, his friends, and his life. He knew that the journey wasn't over, but he was ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. He was Arthur Penhaligon, and he was living his life to the fullest, one healthy day at a time. His story became a source of inspiration for others in his community. He started giving talks at senior centers, sharing his experiences and encouraging others to take control of their health. He became a mentor, guiding and supporting those who were struggling to make lifestyle changes. He realized that his health journey wasn't just about himself. It was about inspiring others to live healthier and happier lives. He felt a sense of purpose and fulfillment he had never experienced before. Arthur continued to live a long and healthy life, traveling the world, spending time with his family, and pursuing his passions. He never forgot the lessons he had learned, and he continued to prioritize his health and wellness. He became a living testament to the power of lifestyle change, inspiring countless others to take control of their health and live their lives to the fullest. And so, the story of Arthur Penhaligon became a legend, a reminder that it's never too late to start living a healthy and fulfilling life. Health 2660 thanks you for listening. We'll see you in the next video, and until then, be kind to yourself.